I'm stuck. What the heck? Hey there, I'm BreaCheese, and this is the second episode of my Hardcore Ironman Progress series. Let's get right into the action, and I hope you enjoy. So today I had my first Dungeoneering daily to complete. I eagerly went to complete this daily to get it out of the way, not realizing that the daily requires you to complete a floor on complexity 6. Needless to say, this ended up taking a lot longer than I expected it to complete, because the first time you go to do Dungeoneering, you have to beat at least one floor on each of the lower complexities to even unlock the next ones. Alright, that was an easy daily. Wait, I'll have to do a maximum complexity, so that doesn't even count. Awesome. Later on, I decided that it would be nice to start leveling up my prayer. I'm going to be doing a lot of questing, so getting 43 prayer for the protection prayers is definitely a must. A really nice way to level up your prayer early on is through this activity here called the Nexus. It's a lot better with a group of people because there's a mechanic where if you keep the streams running long enough, some dude will spawn in the middle and can provide a bunch of prayer XP. I wasn't super concerned about this though, and just did it with one of my friends, because even though without the full mechanic, it's still a relatively quick way to level up your prayer. After a while, my friend had to go, and I decided to go work on some other things for a bit. Since in the last episode I had accidentally completed Broken Home instead of Murder Mystery, I decided now was a good time to go complete the correct quest. Murder Mystery is a pretty simple quest, and provides us with a little bit of crafting XP and 3 quest points when complete. The next quest on our list is Missing Presumed Death. One of the recommended items for this quest was the archaeology books for some quick teleports to get to Silvaria. So I went ahead and completed the archaeology tutorial. I had forgotten that you unlock the first relic during the tutorial, which is a boost of 500 health. So this would definitely be another thing I'd recommend grabbing as soon as you can on a hardcore. When I'd gone to Anachronia in the previous video, I didn't have enough resources to build the lodestone before leaving. Since some time has passed now, I decided it was time to go back and make that lodestone. Now we're ready to complete Missing Presumed Death. This is also a pretty easy quest to complete. I'm not sure if the deaths are safe here though, so remember to pull on the lights during this part. I stood here for like an entire minute trying to figure out why I couldn't see the lights, thinking it was something like with the graphics. Turns out I just needed to be pulling these levers. Alright, I gotta pull the levers. Derp. The only other thing I'd mention is this part here. I remember playing this on my main many years ago, and dying to this part because I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do. To prevent that from happening, all you need to do is stamp out these fires here and move along the side. With that done, we've got some XP and the invitation box, which is one of my favorite teleports. This teleport will bring you right into Silvaria, and will come up many times throughout your questing journey. Next on our questing list we have Hazil Cult. This quest only takes a few minutes to complete, but it has a false ending. So once you've completed this first part, just make sure you head upstairs and search in here to properly complete the quest. Next we have the Witch's House quest. The final battle in this quest can actually be deceptively difficult if you're unprepared, so I'm going to take some time and improve my food and gear a little bit before doing it. I headed over to Lumbridge so I could catch some trout. It's not the most amazing food ever, but it's certainly much better than crayfish. Afterwards, I headed over to Port Sarim to grab myself some spider silk robes. Now I feel a lot more confident about completing this quest. And as it turns out, the improved food and gear very much came in handy when completing this quest. Alright, we did it. I am glad that we took the time to go get some better food, because that would have been really stressful if we didn't. After handing in the quest, we receive a big chunk of Constitution XP and hit level 33. So my quest guide next wanted me to complete Fight Arena. I really wasn't feeling like my character was ready to complete this quest because there's some pretty tough enemies you have to fight throughout it, so I figured now might be a good time to do a little bit of Slayer while leveling up my combat. After completing my first task from Peril, he suggested that I head over to Maskna for my next task. I hadn't completed the quest for entering Canathus yet, so instead we just killed the ghoul that guards the way. Eventually, we made it over to Maskna, and he gave us a Kelphites task. I then headed over to the Kelphite lair, and quickly realized that I am not strong enough to be fighting these yet. So instead I looked up on the wiki to find out what the best way to train at my level was, and Ice Warriors is the suggested enemy. The Ice Warriors are weak to fire spells, but I didn't really have any fire runes yet. I was pretty close to getting the first quest dice for some money, so I figured that's what we should go for first. The next quest we worked on was Biohazard. This quest is a bit of a longer one, but doesn't have anything too tough to deal with. The only thing I'd mention is to remember that you can't teleport with the virus sample or else it gets destroyed. Instead, you should drop it off at a bank and then teleport and grab it from the next closest bank. Once complete, we received some thieving XP and 3 more quest points. The next 2 quests to complete were really simple ones, Cook's Assistant and Druidic Ritual. They both only take a minute or 2 to complete. Once we completed those quests, we now had enough quest points for our first quest dice, the main attraction here being the 250,000 gold we get. Immediately after receiving this gold, I went to go buy the Jar of Divine Light, which as far as I'd remembered cost 100k. Unless I'm mistaken, this must have been updated because I didn't actually have to pay anything for it. Since that's the case, I would definitely recommend grabbing this the moment you start your hardcore account. Now it was time to go grab some fire runes so we can start training up our magic and defense. These Ice Warriors were actually quite decent for leveling up with my low level gear, so I decided to go on to 41 magic so we could get Air Blast and 30 defense to wear Batwing Rose. With that done, I wanted to finish off getting the protection prayers, so I headed back to the Nexus. While training at the Nexus, I realized that I wanted to start working towards the Ghost Ahoy quest so we could have some kind of emergency teleport with the Ectofile. As a hardcore, I very much recommend always having some kind of emergency teleport when in combat scenarios, just in case something goes wrong. When checking the quest requirements for Ghost Ahoy, I noticed that we'd be getting a decent bit of prayer XP from these quests, so I decided not to finish 43 prayer at the Nexus and just get the remaining XP while doing those quests. The first quest I needed to complete was the Restless Ghost. This is a very easy and simple quest to complete, and it rewards you with a nice little bit of prayer XP. The second quest to complete was Priest in Peril. To complete this quest, you either need 50 Rune Essence or 25 Pure Essence, neither of which I had. So to get the Essence, my plan was to complete the Rune Memories quest so we could open up the Rune Chest in the Wizard's Tower. Both of these quests are very simple and easy to complete. I did have some weird glitch after I skipped a cutscene in Rune Memories, and I had to teleport out to redo the cutscene to complete it. I'm stuck. What the heck? With both of those quests complete, we can now open the Rune Chest. All of this Pure Essence will be really nice to complete our quest and also for our Wicked Hood daily. And that's the end of this episode. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. I'm planning to make this series a weekly thing, as long as I have enough content for a video, so keep an eye out for the next one in about a week. I also stream all of the gameplay for this account on Twitch, so if you'd like to hang out and watch the progress live, you can find me on Twitch under BreaCheese, and you can find my stream schedule in the description below. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one.